Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm so excited for today's video. As you guys saw the title, we will be reading books that popular authors blurbed. I can't decide if I want to do popular authors or like my favorite authors or like authors I really like, because some of these are like blurbed by popular authors that are not my favorite, and so I'm like, ugh, their opinion means nothing to me. Whereas some of them I'm like, okay, I'll take your opinion very seriously because I love your books. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm super excited. So first, if you guys like reading vlogs, if you guys like all the nerdy things, definitely give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's just get started. I honestly don't know how I came to this video because I definitely haven't seen anyone do it. I haven't seen anyone do it. I've never watched anyone do it, but I don't know. I feel like maybe they did do it like a while back and I just didn't watch the video. I have no idea. But I thought this was so fun. I think it was mostly inspired by The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni, because Sarah J Maas actually was blurbed it. And so I was just talking about like how I was like really nervous to read this video and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my gosh, Sarah J Maas. And I was like, wait, I kind of trust her a lot because she wrote like some of the best series I've ever read in my life. And so I was like, I kind of have to like, you know, trust Sarah J Maas with this one. And so we're definitely going to prioritize The Prison Healer. I'm actually really excited about this, and so we'll see. It is YA, but I feel like I can get past it. It also is on Kindle Unlimited, which I said yes. And then this month, it's a little bit cheaper on Audible, which for a while, it was so expensive. I'm like, there's no way I'm buying this freaking book as an audiobook. But it's a little bit cheaper now, so I may have to like pull the trigger and just buy it. But Sarah J Maas herself wanted to say, she said, she said, Lynette Noni is a masterful storyteller, a must-read for any fantasy lover. Yeah, thank you, Sarah J Maas. And then last but not least, we do have Funny Story, also by Emily Henry. At first, I don't know why, at first I was like, nobody blurbed it, but I didn't just like, I only saw like people, like those. I didn't see the actual person, but Colleen Hoover said, one of my favorite authors. Okay, Colleen Hoover, I don't care what you say. Oh my gosh, that's so mean. Then Taylor Jenkins Reid, which I read one of her books I loved. So I was like, okay, fine, Taylor Jenkins Reid. She said, another knockout from a champ the woman doesn't miss. So, again, not one that I would, like, if I only trusted authors, it's not one that I would necessarily be like, oh my gosh, that means I need to read this. Not necessarily. But because I know people are enjoying it and I trust, what is her name? Taylor Jenkins Reid, we might just read this one. So I also have other options as well if I need to pull something else if I don't want to read this book. So we'll see. Anyway, yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I don't know what I'm going to start with because I just don't. So I'll let you guys know for sure. Really quick, I know I look crazy. I'm about to go work out. I just got back from my walk, so I look crazy. But I wanted to tell you guys that I started Funny Story. And funny story, I'm loving it, so I hope it keeps up because right now I'm like really excited. I just want to keep listening to it. It came on the Libby app, like I got my Holden, so I just was like, oh, let's just start with this one because I was not in the mood to start any other book. You'll probably hear me say this a lot this month. I'm just in a weird mood. I'm not necessarily in a slump. I just feel like I'm really in the mood to mood read, and I've never felt like this ever in my life before. I don't want to say my life. I've never felt like this in like the past 2 years or year and a half that I've been like reading. I've never felt like this, and so it's very bizarre, but like it's a good thing that this came in because I ended up starting it and I was like, oh my gosh, wait, that sounds actually so good. So honestly, it's going well. I'm only on page 40, chapter 5, but I just wanted to update you guys because at first I was like, we might have to scratch this video. But here we are. So we're gonna find out if Miss Colleen Hoover, Taylor Jenkins Reid, Colleen Hoover or Miss Taylor Jenkins Reid know what they're talking about. We'll see. We'll see. Guys, I look crazy. I literally have just been sitting here listening to freaking this book, and it's so good. I haven't even worked out yet. I was supposed to go work out, but I just didn't feel like it. This freaking book is so good, and I don't know, I'm just loving every single thing about it. The friendship I'm loving, and just the cute stuff I'm loving. That's, you know, super cute here and there. It's just like the perfect, I don't know. Yeah, it's just like honestly so perfect right now. I don't know, I'm cheesing so hard. I really thought I was just not in a romance mood, but it had to be the right romance. This is the perfect amount of like tension, like build up. You're like, come on. I don't know. I love it. I find myself like laughing a lot, giggling. I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, that's so cute. Fangirling, you know. I just feel like, I don't know. It's going, that's the thing. I feel like it's going through all the feels, letting me go through every single emotion, all the emotions. And that's what I always say is like my favorite, when I feel like crying for you, like when you break my heart, I'm like, I'm like, that's so sad. I can't believe you went through that. But then also like when I'm laughing, when I'm like just all the emotions, when I'm mad for you, like then that's how you wrote a good character. I feel like for me, and I just feel like in general, all the characters are just like doing it for me. I realized too, Taylor Jenkins Reid, all of these like these blurbs are not even like necessarily for this book. So I don't know, whatever. It really doesn't matter. But I was like, wait, what the heck? Because I realized Taylor Jenkins Reid's is specifically for Happy Place, which I did not like Happy Place. And then Colin Hoover's just says one of my favorite authors. I forgot about that, so, but it's fine. We're still gonna read it because I know you guys want to see this probably reaction in a reading vlog because you guys know how much I didn't love Happy Place. But I do feel like they're different in just the sense of like, first of all, again, I'm only halfway, so not me like talking about this book like I'm finishing. I just got halfway, chapter 17. But I think like this is true friendship. I don't know why I laugh like that. I feel like this is just like true friendship. Like everyone in these, even like all like the why I always forget his name, and I don't know why I forget his name. I think it's because Miles, and then oh my gosh, I just saw her name. Ashley. Miles and Ashley. The Ashley's the friend, and then Miles is the male main character. But friendship is just like, I don't know, they treat each other so well. Everything they say is like so uplifting of one another. Like I feel like, again, it's true friendship here, and it's like a good representation of like what you should, like, not what you should want, but like it's a good representation, I feel like, of like good friends. And even if you like, you know, because I feel like I relate to her, the main character, so much, just because like it's so hard making friends when you're older and like that kind of thing. But like I don't know, this book is just written so well so far, so I'm loving this. It's kind of giving me like, not necessarily in similarities, but in feeling, it's giving me like Book Lovers, Beach Read, like Attached to the Soul, like love that, oh my gosh, screaming dying on the floor kind of vibes, you know what I mean? So this is a very long clip for no reason, but I just wanted to explain to you that I'm loving it. So 10 out of 10. Guys, I just finished Funny Story. Thank you, everyone. I will thank all of you. I think it was a couple of you who commented and were like, oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Because I honestly probably would have just not read it for months and months and months if it was not for you guys. So thank you. I did get it, was waiting for it on the Libby app. So, but I probably would have just like kept putting it off. Yeah, but you guys convinced me, so thank you, because first of all, this is a 5 bajillion star, so good. Again, like I was saying earlier, it's definitely like gave me that feeling of like Beach Read and Book Lovers, where it just was cute, it was funny, it just like made you laugh out loud, hit me right in the soul. Literally, the audio, first of all, I you know, usually I always forget to talk about the voices for audiobooks, because I know some people like to know before they get into an audiobook. This girl's amazing. I don't know who she is, but I wonder if it'll tell me. Julia Wellen. Don't know how to pronounce her last name. So good. Literally, there's a moment where the main girl, she's like crying, but she's still talking, and the girl had me in tears because it was like so. When I cry when other people cry, and so you could hear it in her voice that it was just like it felt like her heart was breaking when she's obviously just the reader of the book, but so then my heart started to break, and so it was just so good. I think you got to meet the characters and love the characters. You got to like get their background, just so much. You dove in really deep with these characters in such a short amount of time. I felt like it was just the perfect amount of everything. And I know, here's the thing, me and Emily Henry have beef, but it's only because people love Happy Place, when I feel like Happy Place is just not even on the same level as Book Lovers, Beach Read, or as this one now. Like these three, this one honestly is my favorite out of the three. I mean, out of the 5 I've read so far. I'm gonna reread Beach Read and Book Lovers at some point. But right now this one's top kahuna. Then we'll see what the other ones are. I just love this, like the whole premise of this. And so that's why this one just like skyrockets up. But I feel like on the level, like Happy Place is all the way at the bottom, and I'm like, people are like loving it. I'm like, what the heck? And the only reason why I didn't love People We Meet on Vacation is because I personally don't love split timeline, and it just was felt like every other chapter you're like going back and forth, and you're like, oh my gosh, okay, I don't like that. That was my thing. But the story wasn't bad. And so anyway, all that to say is that like we have beef because I feel like because of Happy Place specifically, but like her writing, I did enjoy. I loved Book Lovers and Beach Read so much. So all that to say, she's definitely on my saving grace. She's just whatever. She definitely, you know, got saved by this book. And so I mean, Colleen Hoover and Taylor Jenkins Reid didn't even comment on this book, but you know, anyone, this is the Beach Read Master. Nobody even talked about this book on here. But yes, if you have not read this book, if you're nervous, then I would definitely do it. It just will go off emotions. I honestly I literally hate this cover, and after I'm reading it, I hate it even more because it doesn't even look like the characters that I just met and read in this freaking book. Anyway, long story short, love that for us, and the ending was super cute. Ugh. And then the last line, I'm like screaming down on the floor. I literally am so excited because I love doing this. I feel like I have all the power here because I have Beach Read, and I'm like managed loan, and then I can return early for the 3 people that are waiting. Someone's gonna be happy. So if it's you, you're welcome. Return loan. For 12 days. I only had it for 2 days. Good. I had 12 days left, I should say. Alright. I don't know what I'm going to start next. Like, no idea. I will keep you guys updated. For sure. Hello. So I'm about to start. Oop, hold on. Sorry, I just get nervous when people are around. But I'm about to start The Prison Healer. So I just got it on Audible. So I'm gonna start that book. I can't remember who. Oh, Sarah J. Maas actually was the one who blurbed it. So I said, oh, you better be right, girl, because I trust you right now. And yes, I'll keep you guys updated. My walks are typically like, they're 45 minutes. I don't know why I said like. They're exactly 45 minutes. So I'll be able to listen to like a good chunk of it, hopefully. But again, I'll keep you guys updated for sure. It's so pretty out. To be completely 100 with you guys, I will be so floored if something happens to Trip or Tip or whatever it is. I will be floored. Like, floored. So floored. So floored. Hello, real quick, I just ended up getting halfway with the prison healer. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really scared. I'm really nervous. I'm like, what's gonna happen? I hate this like kind of like fear because it's not even fear. It's like almost PTSD from all the other books. Honestly, all the books that are back there. Like the Hunger Games, like Divergent. Like I just know. I just have this feeling that the rug's gonna get pulled out from under me and I'm gonna be mad, but I'm enjoying it right now, so I'm interested to see what the heck else is gonna happen, and I want to know like how it's gonna end because there are 3 books, so I'm like, what's gonna happen, what's going on, what's the chaos? So I'm enjoying it. I really do like the audiobook, and the person who does the audiobook is actually like, she's really good, so I'm like, oh perfect. She does like the other voices really cool, so I really like her. And yes, I'm probably gonna go to bed. I don't know if I'm gonna read very much more, if any, but I'm interested. Sarah J. Maas knows what she's talking about, y'all. Yeah, she knows what she's talking about. She said, Lynette Noni is a masterful storyteller, a must-read for any fantasy lover. And right now I'm agreeing, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm sorry. Was no one gonna tell me? Was nobody gonna tell me that this is the ultimate plot twist I've ever read in my life? Ever in my life? Ever in my life? I should say it one more time just so you're clear. The craziest plot twist I've ever read in my life. Ever. I was not expecting that at all. And so, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I honestly have to sleep on it because honestly, part of me is annoyed. I'm not gonna lie, part of me is annoyed. I know it's like, you gotta like kind of appreciate the author and her creativity that she put into this, but you also gotta be mad because it's like, why would you do that to me? I am just like in shock, genuinely. So I'm genuinely gonna have to like think about it, process, and yeah, part of me wants to go buy the next book like ASAP, but I think I need to like live in this confusion for a while, and then I'll let you know. Maybe I'm shooketh. Sarah J. Maas definitely knows what she's talking about when she recommends this book. When she blurbed this book, let me tell ya, chaos, but we made it. And so I don't know. I just don't know. I genuinely do not know. Sorry, my AC's on real quick, but really quick, I wanted to tell you because this video is just gonna, it's definitely taking like weeks and weeks, but it's okay. I feel like as long as I get it together, it's fine. But this book wasn't in my, it wasn't on my radar until I just got it, and so we're gonna read it because Miss Abby Jimenez blurbed it. I'm sorry, and then so did Miss Mia Sheridan. I said, oh, so we need to read this book. This is the perfect video for it. This is called The Next Best Fling. I don't know much about it. I believe it's definitely fake dating, but I believe it's like there's a couple getting married, and these people are both in love with those people. So it's kind of giving like, I don't know, maybe opposite of like funny story, but I'm so excited. So I'm gonna start this tonight, and then yes, I'll keep you guys updated. Hello. Sorry, this is such a weird angle. I'm just maxing right now, but oh my gosh, aren't those so cute? I ended up tabbing this book because I just knew it was gonna have some banger quotes. Like page like 1 had some, okay, sorry, page 2 had some banger moments. So I said, oh, this is gonna be a good one. So I ended up tabbing them, and I love the way it looks. Tabbing this book. I got halfway. So I'm on page 190. I'm enjoying it. Do I think it's gonna be, here's the thing. Genuinely, here's the thing. If this ending is really great, honestly, I could see this being like a favorite book of mine because I'm really enjoying it. But I also feel like it's at the place like where if it also, if the ending's like okay or like keeps going on the same track, it'll end up being like a 4-star or something like that. There are a couple things that I'm like, I don't know, like I had to second guess a little bit. It just feels like, I think this is her debut. So it feels like a debut. Like there are little things like, little tweaking that she could have done. Just sometimes like they say stuff that you're like, I don't like remember that, or like, I don't know. It's just not that you don't, oh, that was a bad example. More so like, I don't know. Genuinely don't even listen to me. But I just feel like there are little things that just are not like polished, which I would have liked a little bit more polishing. But that's it. That's just being nitpicky, genuinely. But other than that, I'm enjoying it. I think this book is like almost, I don't want to say hard to read, but like a little bit hard to read. I feel like it's very hitting close to home. Like I've been there, done that, and obviously not fake dated someone to get out of those feelings, but I just mean in general, I've pined after someone who was unavailable, and so not anymore, but like it kind of does hit home. And then there's a lot of like, she talks about a lot of her like feelings of insecurity and stuff, also been there, done that. So it's kind of like, it's just very heavy on my heart. It's not going to necessarily be relatable to everyone, but for me, I'm just like, I don't know, but I'm enjoying like that it's her overcoming these things and like talking about them. So I'm interested again. Like I feel like again, like this is genuinely the ending, the second half can make or break this book for me. So yeah, it's a little bit slow burning. Oh my gosh, I'm burning up. It's so slow. Okay, this is only her only book, so I was like, oh, I can't even look at anything else, but like, I don't know. So I'm excited to keep reading it. I'm probably just gonna sit here for a little bit and read. Oh my gosh, sorry, I didn't even tell you about like literally anything. Because obviously I guess I always have a hard time explaining books because I don't know what's a spoiler or not, but like you already know, like if you read the back or whatever, it's not necessarily a spoiler. You know that they're basically two people who are in love with a couple that's just got engaged. So they're obviously like fake dating to get over that. But there's a lot of details that I don't know. I think the other thing that's bothering me a little bit, the main girl is she's like a liar. She just is like refusing people to tell people the truth, and she's like, oh, I don't want to make it worse, or like, oh, I don't want to do this, and I'm like, girl, you're so dumb, just tell them. And so there's a couple people she's actually, honestly, it's like every other character in this book, she's lied to them. And she's still lying to them. And I am like, come on. That's not really like, I don't love that for us. So there's that. And then he's not the main character, but he's one of the side characters. He's so freaking annoying. And he's like the perfect depiction of like toxic, of like toxic men who like hide behind like being your friends. Like they're like so chill, but then they're like controlling your freaking life and they're your friend. Like he wants to have his cake and eat it too. That's what it's giving. So hate that for all of us, but I didn't even tell you that. So sorry, I wanted to tell you that. Hello. So last night I actually finished The Next Best Fling by, again, Gabriella Games, I think it is. I don't know. But so Miss Abby Jimenez said this was funny, smart, and spicy. Miss Mia Sheridan said absolutely everything I want in a romance book. And I honestly think they're onto something here. This is like, it's kind of like obviously giving a like a review without giving real detail. And so when she says absolutely everything I want in a romance book, it's honestly true. There are so many things that are so great in that you would want in a romance book, you know what I mean? And so there's so many cute moments. I tabbed a bunch of things that were just really cute, and you obviously want a really good male main character, and I think that this book really had that. And so she's right. I think Mia Sheridan's right. The thing is that I think execution-wise, it falls a little short. And so I have to go with 3.75 stars. I'm never given a 3.75. I usually give like 4.75. So yeah, 3.75. And so I think that there was just like really weird things. I honestly thought that like we were going slowly, but we were going uphill. And I think that there was this moment where the main girl just honestly goes crazy and just makes stupid decisions, says stupid things, and I kind of like, girl, what happened? Because this is chaos. She was really like, basically what the premise is, well, I've said this before, but basically they're both in love with a couple who's getting married. Well, so the thing is that their situations are the exact same. They are literally the exact same. So they're whatever. And so the thing is that like at the end, the girl kind of starts to she just has this moment where she feels like, oh, it's not possible for you to get over whoever it is and blah blah, and you're kind of like, but you did, right? And so I'm like, but you're either in the same situation or you're not. And so I'm like, you are though. So it just like got weird and it was stupid to me, honestly. And like that, it was just honestly like a little section like back here, and then there's only so much little small portion of the ending, and then she kind of gets like a wake-up call, and you're like, this is why we need best friends opinions, and not to lie to our best friends, because the best friend kind of slaps her upside the head and is like, girl, you're literally just saying. The best friend had like, what did she say? I wish I did different colors, because the best friend said like, what she said was so funny. Oh, she said, what makes his mess any better than yours? Right. What? Nothing, because they're the exact same mess. Sorry, my hair's crazy. Anyway, I digress. It wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't bad. I thought, again, Mia Sheridan is onto something. Absolutely everything you'd want in a romance book. It's true. It's just execution-wise, I think. And then again, you know, like Abby Jimenez, again, it's not like I don't think she's lying, because it was funny. I don't know that it was smart necessarily, but I definitely think that there were some smart decisions made. I have to say, Theo, the main guy, incredible. Like, I love him, honestly, and I wish that someone would rewrite him. Or I hope that her next book has a similar, like, male main character, and it's just written, like, executed a little better, because honestly, again, Theo is incredible. I think where it fell a little short was on Marcella. I think her character was just a little bit, like, I don't know. You're like, what does that even mean? I don't know what you're saying. She's just a little bit like, I don't know. Whatever. So, anyway, there's that. Alright guys, so I've made the executive decision to end this video here. I just feel like, honestly, it was madness, chaos, and I just don't love that for me. And honestly, like, to be 100, if some of these books weren't in this video, I probably would scrap the video, but I promised you guys that you would get my reactions on some of these books, so I really wanted to make sure I did that for you. So here we are. First, we did read Funny Story by Emily Henry. I ended up loving this book, 5 freaking stars. So good. And I honestly like would reread it again right now. I just feel like, I don't know, this was just very like highly rated for me, and obviously I said 5 stars, but like I feel like it's just very like, I have a lot of 5 stars. This one's like up there. It was just very unique, very cute. Honestly, again, 10 out of 10. So good. We had some blurbs from authors that I didn't even realize it wasn't even for this book, but honestly it's fine. We got to read this book. I got to give you my opinion. So it says, Colleen Hoover says, one of my favorite authors, and then Taylor Jenkins Reid said, another knockout from the champ, the woman doesn't miss. And so she said that on Happy Place though. I don't agree, but for Funny Story, yes. Then I read The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. Miss Sarah J. Maas was the one who blurbed this, and so I was like, yes! She said, Lynette Noni is a masterful storyteller, a must-read for any fantasy lover, and I have to agree. I think I ended up giving this book 4.5 stars. I'll put it on the screen because I don't remember, but I enjoyed this book. The ending, though, shooketh to the core. I don't know how to feel, and so I really did enjoy this, and I do have to genuinely agree. Lynette Noni is a very good storyteller, and it is definitely a must-read for any fantasy lover. This gives you all the good vibes, so yes. And then we finished off the video with The Next Best Fling by Gabriella Games, I think her last name is. So Miss Abby Jimenez and Mia Sheridan both blurbed this, and so I knew I had to pop this book in the video, even though I had some other options. But genuinely, wasn't my favorite, but it's fine. So Abby Jimenez says, funny, smart, and spicy. And then Mia Sheridan said, absolutely everything I want in a romance book, which I don't think they're necessarily lying, but it just wasn't my favorite. I went with 3.75, which is not a bad rating. I still recommend it. I think it's fun. Well, I don't know if I necessarily recommend it for everyone. I think if you're looking for like a very corny, very cheesy, not a very like, it's not going to be like a Mia Sheridan or Abby Jimenez book. It's not. So it's just going to be under those. But if you're looking for something just fun, then I definitely recommend it. I just think I'm definitely not in the season for this anymore. So, you know, it's fine. So, yes, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. So sorry if it's a hot mess. And all the other books that I mentioned, I'm sure will pop up in a video at some point. If not, I'll get you my opinion. And then, yes, let me know if you guys like this video. I haven't seen anyone do it, and so I had a lot of fun. I just think I needed to pick better books, you know? But anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, nerds!